On election night in a small Oklahoma county, two lawmen pulled their guns in the courthouse, and neither one walked out alive. You ever hear a story so wild it almost sounds like a Western? But it really happened? This one comes straight out of rural Oklahoma back in the mid-1950s. Picture this. It's election night. The county courthouse is buzzing. People are smoking on the steps, leaning against pickup trucks parked under dim streetlights, waiting for results to come in. Inside, the walls smell like old paper and sweat, and the clack of typewriters echoes down the halls. The votes are counted. And just like that, the longtime sheriff, the man who's worn the badge for years, loses. The unofficial count says he's out. Now, most people in town think the night should have ended there, with some quiet handshakes and a few broken hearts, but it didn't. The sheriff wasn't ready to give up that easily. In fact, some folks whispered that he'd been drinking. Maybe the humiliation cut too deep. Maybe it was just pride. Either way, when he saw the man who'd beaten him, the new sheriff-elect, he made his move. He announced right then and there that he was arresting him for public drunkenness. Imagine the scene. One man clutching victory, another man grasping for whatever power he still had left. The air in that courthouse must have been so thick you could cut it with a knife. And then the shouting started. Voices echoed down the hall, boots scuffing on old tile floors. The winner wasn't about to back down. The loser wasn't about to let go. You could almost hear the crowd holding its breath outside. That's when steel scraped leather. Both men drew their guns. Right there, between the jail and the judge's chambers, in this cramped courthouse hallway, two lawmen stared each other down. And before anyone could stop it, shots rang out. The sheriff took a bullet to the chest. But even as he staggered, gasping for air, he managed to fire back. His shot hit the other man square in the head. Just like that, both men crumpled. Two shots, two lives ended. Two lawmen down within seconds in the very building where justice was supposed to live. Now here's the part that sticks with me. That courthouse kept those scars. The walls, the ones you walked past when you came to pay your taxes or serve on a jury. 40 years later, you could still see the bullet holes. Right there. Right where it happened. Locals would point them out, telling newcomers, "See those? That's where Sheriff so-and-so fell." It was like the building itself refused to let anyone forget. And then, in the early 2000s, the county finally renovated. Fresh plaster, new paint, the holes disappeared, covered up, like it had never happened. But history doesn't vanish just because you paint over it. Two men went into that courthouse with pride and guns, and neither came out. Sometimes the battle isn't about winning or losing an election. It's about knowing when to walk away.